I ain't know that. See, I'm learning something new my damn self. I'm learning something new my damn self. Don't touch me, damn. He took out all of my armor. This man's being trained by Mike Tyson. My Elementals, happy Hades 2 release. Now, I'm kind of excited because I've been playing the early access of this game for quite a bit, 80 hours, but that's besides the point. And I thought, why not go through the underworld, showing off the game to you guys, you know, things that I've seen, my experiences, my honest opinion, especially for those who want to get the game, but they're not, you know, a little bit on the fence. So why not do it here in a little video for you guys, you know?
Excuse you.
Now, Melanie, she is Zagreus' long-lost sister, right? She is the daughter of Hades and Persephone. Now, so far in this game, I'm not sure where Zagreus and Persephone are at, though I'm pretty sure Zagreus is somewhere down in the underworld. In early access, you wasn't able to really explore everything after you beat the final boss. I've beaten him at least around 6 times during early access, but I haven't played since the halfway point of the early access development. So a lot of the stuff that's going to be happening when I'm playing is going to be pretty new to me. But this is the hub, you know, everything that you'll be seeing repeatedly on every single one of your runs. You got Miss Hecate over there,
Yes.
the witch, her, and then you got Nemesis over here. She kind of cool. Think of her as like I would say Zagreus and Thanatos' relationship. Just she's more she hates you. You know, in a sense, she doesn't like you at all. But I think with the story, they kind of grow to tolerate like each other a little bit. And then I'm pretty sure this is Odysseus over here. But yeah, I'd encourage you guys to kind of explore that because there's a lot more, especially when you upgrade the think of it as House of Hades, but like Witch's Cove is similar to that basically. And then you have her little chambers here. Think of it as the same place as Zagreus's. He has 5 weapons that you can unlock throughout the game. You have the staff, which is the base weapon that she starts off with. Each weapon has at least 3 aspects. You know, you got her basic aspect, that's her, and then 2 more that's like gods or deities. And then the crystal here you kind of unlock later on, but I won't get too into that unless you guys want to see some runs of that. Let me know. I'm down. Leave in the comments. Then you got a different version of Scaly over here, Commander, you know. He's kind of cool. I like him for some reason. I like him a little bit more. And then obviously you got the keepsakes over here, you know, self-explanatory. See all the gods and deities, give them a little nectar to give you a little some in return. And then you have pets. Pets are a new thing that they can kind of assist you, not in a huge way, but they definitely help you, especially in crunch times. At least for me, honestly. I found the frog during one of my first runs when I was doing early access. With him, he basically hops around randomly and sometimes try to follow your path. He can block projectiles. So if projectiles are annoying to you, yeah, my man's over here. He got you. He got you. And this little cat right here works a little bit differently because if you sprint over them while they're asleep, they'll wake up alert and then go to the nearest enemy and they will start beating their ass, just dashing them. Now, it doesn't do a lot of damage, but it does help. It does help, especially with the smaller enemies. And then they'll just go back to sleep and then you can just rinse and repeat. And the pack of punishment over here is similar to how Zagreus has his. It's, like I said, similar to pack of punishment. And then you have go down to the underworld. Now, I won't show the Olympus part, but if you want to see some runs in there, I'm down. I haven't beaten Mount Olympus, but I've gotten pretty far a lot of the times. But our focus are going to be down here in the underworld. Now, if you want to see me do it with all 5 weapons, I'm more than down, right? I'm more than down because I know who the final boss in the underworld is. If we get to him, I will definitely give more lore background, stuff like that. But if you're ready, I'm ready. I'm about to find my other keepsake, and without further ado, let's get in to the video. Ooh, okay, so this is perfect. Now, I think one of the last updates before the game went to full release is Ares was added. I haven't gotten Ares myself, like at all. So this is kind of interesting. Yeah, so I had to skip that whole thing because it was talking about some stuff that I do not want you guys to be spoiled of. But yeah, there's a lot of the same things from the first one. Obviously, the character arts are different, but I like them so much. I really like the inflict wounds. The doom aspect, the doom booms was really good for me. And you got fucking shoelaces over here. I hate those guys. But yeah, everything works pretty much the same as in the first game. The keepsake that I'm running over here on the side is Demeter's, by the way. For those of you who are wondering, she's definitely in this game. Then you see that little, oh god, you see that little thing on the floor. That is Chaos. Chaos is definitely back in this game, which is cool. Nice. And then you can see I got like a little health upgrade from that. There's also cards in the game that definitely help boost your health up even more. Like one of the cards I have active gives me more magicka and health. That's why I'm at 90 to 75. So it's not that bad. There's also definitely the keepsake with chaos that lets you get in here without losing health, so you don't have to worry about that. I would show Demeter, but we know Demeter. We know what she got going on. I would much rather show you guys Apollo, one of the new gods that they've added into the game. You got these screamer girls over there who follow you everywhere you go like a crazy stalker's ex. And then again, I had to skip over the dialogue because it was showing spoilers. Apollo, more of his booms are either to deal with blinding or helping your cast do either expanding damage like this, it expands over time, or it helps you blind them, or it makes you go a little bit faster, or it helps you attack twice, or it gives you a chance to deal extra damage if you haven't been attacked and stay unattacked. So what I want to do is I'm gonna get this. The enemies I would say is still the same. They're all definitely unique. These two things, these bones and this I just want to say it's a claw. They're definitely useful in the shop in the little hub, so you definitely want to be trying to pick up these. I always go for the bones because I use that to buy stuff from the little shop when that is unlocked in the game. Ooh, okay. This is where I'm gonna need Tallulah. Come and help me out, beat him up. Then that's her cast or her special. Little ball of light. And then one of the new people that's added into this game is Arachne. Arachne is basically a fan of her. She helps her throughout all the encounters and everything. Arachne, she usually gives you clothes that grant you armor and then a little bit of a buff to go along with those armor. I don't recall it happening in Hades 1, but if you definitely see Arachne, I think it's well worth to go and pick her out because she can give you either channeling 40% faster, that grants you 5 gold whenever you exit a location as long as you have armor. That's a big thing. A lot of these will only stay in effect as long as the armor from that buff stays in effect. I always go for the highest armor because I suck horrendously. Poseidon isn't really all that good, at least in my opinion in this one. A lot of the gods have their bones kind of tweaked. Then you have little, boss over here. Okay. And then this. And then her Omega. Like that. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, my armor is gone. See, I suck. That's why we have that. That's why we have that. Oh my god. Okay, okay. Her Omega effects is not bad. Stop it. Yeah. Yeah. The Omega effect for her staff is not bad. It's just a line attack both ways. Like I said, her special is giant ball that explodes, and then her cast. Okay, Demeter, what you got? After remaining inactive, that would be good, but I don't need it right now. What y'all think? What do y'all think? I kind of like the weed killer. My Omega attacks deal a lot more damage because they hit both ways, right? Vertical both ways. I would get this, but I already have a card that regenerates my magicka. So I think we're good on that. I mean, that's 100 every second. That's a lot. But if we get Demeter and we get Tranquil Gain again, I might get it. But I have the opportunity to rarefy my cards. Purple, 80%. Yeah. Yeah. Also, there is a card in Arcanas that absolutely gives you 5 HP back every time you exit a location. You just have to unlock it. Okay, Tallulah, I need you. I need you. These girls are screaming. They're screaming, and I'm not into it. I'm not into it. I'm not into it. There we go. Then pick out Mr. Shoelaces over here. Imagine getting your ass beat by a shoelace monster. I would never see the end of the light of day. Oh, but you can see her up here. But yeah, that's the moon goddess. You know, she is amazing. She's helpful. Basically, these are, think of it as the god abilities, the god power-ups that you get in Hades 1. You know how each god have that little forgot the name of it, but you hit your F and you activate the god's power. These are exclusive to Selena, the moon goddess. They're exclusive to her. And she got a bunch of them. A lot of them are helpful. A lot of them I'm still trying to figure out how they can be used in my favor, in my playstyle. The ones that I like are, well, none of these actually. I do not like any of these. The way that it works, the power, that it goes up every second, or you can use omega attacks to speed up that process, which are magical. So if you properly play right, you can always get your power up exponentially fast, like I have right now. Easy. Like I said, I had to skip over all of the dialogue spoilers, but yeah, this is Headmistress Hecate, basically the lady who taught Aloy, who looks over her. Oh my god. There we go. That show you her abilities and all her powers. Oh my god. Now she stays in this little shield until you defeat all the little mobs out here, like this. And then she goes into this little bogus ass shadow clone jutsu that you have to guess which one is her. There we go. And this, that, and then my power. Am I hitting her with a Dugan's? Okay, I don't know what that was, but that 5 seconds was hella low. And then this little ball thing is annoying because you have to keep dodging it or it will turn you into a sheep. I don't know how long. Okay, there it goes. There we go. She doesn't die. She's basically just training you to make sure you're able to get out of this region, which is not bad. Not bad at all, might I say. And that was the first one. Then there you go. My 4 random Arcana cards active. And then you have this dickhead, and the reason I call him a dickhead is because he's an annoying ass antagonist that just berates you and annoys you throughout the entire thing. This little old, decrepit, wrinkly, annoying little gaslighting piece of shit. Now, first off into the underworld is this kind of oceanus. There we go. That's the name of this region, which, as the name entails, you're gonna see a lot of oceanid type enemies that can be very annoying, especially ones that left go unchecked. Now this guy down here, he didn't have a face during the early access, but basically whoever remembers the tale of Narcissus, I think that's him right there. He definitely looks like a narcissist. But basically, he gives you some bootleg ass gifts that are kind of helpful, kind of not helpful. I just pick them up because, you know, it's whatever. They don't really impact me too much. But it looks like this time I can get a boon and a seed, which the seeds work like materials that you'll need. So if you have seeds, it's not a bad idea to pick them up if you want to. It's only if you feel like it at the time. At this point, I'm just going to show each of the gods and goddesses. I'm gonna show a portrait while I'm picking out their boons so you guys can see them. Like I said, I can't show a dialogue because it's oh, it's a boss. Oh my god, I don't think I've seen this boss before. Okay. Are these mines? Okay. You know what? Hadouken! Hadouken! Oh my god. How do I... Okay, I'm blinded. I'm blind. I'm blind. I can't see. I can't see. Don't bounce on me. Excuse you. I need to... Alright. Alright, so you're not gonna let me chance to charge up? Okay. I got your ass now. No. There we go. They call me Zeus. Now with Zeus, I feel like his changed from the beginning of the game, but it's not too crazy. Your strikes emit a chain lightning that bounces up to 4 enemies, but I lose 50 magic. So I'll be capped off at like 45 magic then. I think that's worth. Now this character is Scylla.
See anything you like in our green room down there? Maybe you didn't notice the sign, but that's our private little area where fans are not supposed to go.
Basically, you'll hear a lot of Scylla's voice and singing throughout your time in Oceanit. She's the one that's basically in the background singing and shit. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's basically a 3v1 here. A lot of their attacks are kind of telegraphed, and you can definitely see. The easiest person to fight is the drum over here. She really don't do anything, and once you take out one, you can just focus on the other. You definitely have Scylla, who's like the projectile in this, and then you have the other sister, the Siren, who does dash attacks, but easily you can take them out. This. Boom, 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 boom. But yeah, like I said, they're not that difficult to fight. Once you see it for the first time, it's a little difficult, but like I said, you'll be able to really see what you can do. And then they all go down to the second stage. One of them gets buffed, featured artists, meaning they are way more deadly. Typically, I try not to focus them. I try to go with the same straps, taking out the drummer first, taking out the guitarist next, and then going straight for Scylla herself. Right? Yep. Okay, Mega attack. I can use my power. Okay, ow, that kinda hurts. There we go. Mega. The drummer's down, the guitarist is down, and then Scylla, she kind of buffs herself right here. Soon. There we go. She's about to buff herself and call in more people to the fight, which these guys you can kind of ignore. They just dash at you. They're not really a threat. They're hella weak too. Yeah, those little fishy guys are hella weak. They die into like 1 or 2 hits, so you don't have to really worry about them too much. Now this place, the fields, it's a little bit, it's huge. This place I'm not really a fan of, mostly because it's fucking gigantic to try to traverse. But it's on your way to the underworld. But man, and I think to kind of compensate for it being such an enormous ass map, each location is fucking huge. They drop these little items behind, basically mini encounters, I guess you could say. Mini encounters. And then you have free ones that you don't have to actually unlock or fight for, which I guess in a way is kind of okay. And then with Celine, she lets you get her boon again later on to kind of boost up and upgrade the power that you have. Typically it's just how whatever playstyle you want. Then if I'm not mistaken, there would be moments where there'd be these little golden petals on the ground. I think she kind of notes and says it, because she just said it for me too a second ago. Oh, this tree, if you activate this tree, it tells you where everything is at. That's nice. I know that. I ain't know that. As I see, I'm learning something to do my damn self. I'm learning something to do my damn self. Don't touch me, dick. He took out all of my armor. This man's being trained by Mike Tyson. Who basically, without giving you too much information, she doesn't have any real dialogue except for saying the same thing in like an echo, as you can see right here. She's really kind. She's really sweet. I love her. Because I know what boss is coming up next, I'm just going to get the armor, bro, because I need it. I need it for this big boy. It's Cerberus. It's Cerberus. So the lore behind Cerberus is that the final boss of this region in the underworld basically corrupted Cerberus. So Cerberus is out of his fucking mind. He's crazy. He doesn't know what he's doing, and he doesn't know who we are. So we basically have to beat his ass to kind of get him to snap out of it. Oh my god, he has a lot of big ranged attacks, and I mean like big ranged attacks. He does a lot of attacks in high areas. But he's definitely easy to predict, and you definitely have a lot of time to move out the way. Like I said, he always does attacks in like big areas, big wide areas. There we go. And then Hadouken. Ooh, perfect. Perfect timing. Ow. There goes my armor. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. Like I said, a lot of big, wide-hitting areas of attacks. That. Come on. Hadouken. There we go. And he turns back.
The many tiny demons causing hellish Cerberus to itch and scratch so much no longer bother him for now.
Now that we're here, I can definitely start saying a little bit more of what's going on. So basically, the underworld has been usurped. Basically, there has been a certain somebody that some of you probably already know has taken over the underworld. And if you don't know from the sand, the clockwork, and all that other stuff, it is none other than a piece of garbage himself, Kronos. He basically took over the underworld. He had this whole plan of taking over everything. He got rid of Hades. I don't know where the hell Persephone is. He's a piece of crap. He's annoying. I don't know where Persephone is at. I know Hades is somewhere down here. Zagreus, I have no idea where he's at. I have no idea what happened to him. So hopefully this run, since the game is finally out, this will be my first time beating the game, hopefully. Now that the game's released, we would get some answers, because beforehand, every time I've beaten Kronos, I would just go back to the beginning. I wouldn't really get much in terms of other pieces of lore. But also down here, you do get different choices before you go down. You can either choose the right path, which basically you just keep going down to the final boss, or you can take alternate path like this one that kind of helps you. And the fact that I want to do this right now, because it really helps for the next thing that I want to explain to you guys, kind of give you guys a hint with, is that you see my man's Hades. Yeah, he's chained up. They got my man locked up. And if you can see that boulder back there, yeah, you know whose boulder that is. I don't know where he's at. And then here, Service still doesn't like me. Yeah, he doesn't like her. I don't know why. He probably doesn't think she's family, but you know, obviously there's dialogue with Hades and Kronos, Hades and the shit that's going on with Olympus. I can't show you the dialogue, obviously, so I'm just gonna show you the boons. Alright, boons of Hades are pretty good. Like, a lot of these are very helpful, especially in the times that I've beaten Kronos. A lot of them have helped me. The one that I always pick, in your confrontation, Kronos takes a burst damage after the first 3 seconds of the fight. 20% of his health gone. The first 3 seconds. First 3 seconds, Hades pops up and just basically takes a crowbar to the man's knees and just take out 20% of his health bar. In your confrontation, Kronos summons 50% less reinforcements, which is definitely helpful because they are annoying, especially the ones that have armor. Or after you take damage, go dark and deal more damage for the duration, which basically means you're undetectable. Whenever I'm down here in the underworld, I always like to beef myself up as much as possible by like literally going through all the chambers. That gives me the most like upgrades. Oh my god, this guy's annoying. There we go. There we go. Be his ass. Be his ass. I always like to buff myself up as much as I physically can, because you can stall your time in the underworld by going the alternate routes to like try to buff yourself up, which is really, really good. The black card definitely helps in getting stuff from the hub back at base camp. I don't really care for them at the moment, seeing how I'm just doing this to try to just beat Kronos' ass. The reason that I always try to get as much gold as possible is because you get one more Charon shop before the end. Obviously, it's similar to like the ones in Hades 1 before you fight Hades. Just this time you get like 5 instead of 6 options. And usually I always try to get much money because I'm trying to get my health back. And then give me like a boost. And then give me a little something like that. Hermes? I got brain power right there. Hermes. Your attack, special, and cast are faster. Ooh. You channel your Omega faster and your cast expires faster. Well, that doesn't help. And I don't want my cast to expire faster either. I'm just get this one. I skipped that dialogue because it's obviously some bullshit. I would encourage you guys to try pausing the game during his boss fight, just for something funny. Just for something fun that I think you guys would get a kick out of. It's kind of bullshit and annoying, but I found that funny at first. Yeah, I found it funny at first. Ooh, and as you saw, the grudge thing with from Hades. Okay, there we go. Kind of helped me out there. Going to the second phase. Ooh, nice. Ooh. Ow, okay, that hurts. Ooh, okay. Shield. Now you gotta take out these. Ooh. Ow, ow, ow. Ooh. Ow, okay. Ooh. Come on, Tallulah, help me. Okay, that's gonna hurt. Come on, come on. There we go. Second stage. Second stage, second stage. Now, the second stage is a little bit more telegraphed and choreographed. Ooh, gotta go over here. There we go. Tallulah. He slowed me. He slowed me. Slowed me. Okay. Yeah, I knew I was gonna die because I'm trying to dodge everything. Go over here. That. That's gonna do damage. Okay. Such a cheating ass, bro. I didn't get hit by that. Over here. Ooh, that's my second Death Defiance. That. Okay. Oh, these clocks. I forgot these clocks. Give him HP back. Stop that. Okay. Over here. Okay. Actually hit me. You're cheating. That. That. Come on, almost. Almost. Okay, I gotta dodge that. I missed. Dodge that. He's dead. He's dead. There we go. Oh man.
Once more you bring me low,
Yep.
but not for long.
And with that, basically it means you defeated him, but he goes into this little catalyst bullshit that you can't really do anything about, and he'll just revive again. I haven't gotten to the point of the game where I can stop that from happening, unfortunately. But like I said, if you'd like to see me go through this some more with the other weapons, even show you the Olympus and see if we can beat the game fully ourselves, let me know in the comments down below. But with that being said, I hope you enjoy. My name is Lil Scorpion, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, genial mande dias posteriores. And then you have this dickhead, and the reason I call him a dickhead is because he's an annoying ass antagonist that just berates you and annoys you throughout the entire thing. This little old, decrepit, wrinkly, annoying little gaslighting piece of shit. I ain't know that. As I see, I'm learning something to do my damn self. I'm learning something to do my damn self. Don't touch me. He took out all of my armor. This man's being trained by Mike Tyson.